it is more than just turning a chapter in our lives. It is the equivalent of closing the cover and retiring an old time-worn journal which has been tattered around the edges for thousands of years. It is time to choose a whole new journal with a shiny new patina and run our fingers over the cover with pure intent before we open to the first blank page with pen in hand. Because, beloveds, this is a fresh new page in an epic life that was prophesied eons ago. Indeed, it does not appear the way the prophets of old predicted. It looks much different because we have evolved so far beyond what they could have ever imagined. For that, I encourage you to pat yourself on the back, because it could not have happened without you. As I was contemplating what to write on this fresh new page of my shiny new journal, my mind was busy chattering away 1,000 words per second. I admit I became a bit irritated because I desired silence so I could feel more deeply into my heart space. So, I paused to call my mind forth for a little chat. After she settled down in my safe space, I told her I sensed she may be excessively busy and might enjoy a bit of a vacation. And upon her return, as a reward for all her years of hard work, I am prepared to commend her by offering her a new position. The new position would be a more supportive role, free of all the battle-weary responsibility of running the show 24/7. I was surprised to see her eyes brighten. Because, quite frankly, I thought I would meet with some egoic resistance. Instead, she simply nodded and took her exit. This morning as I'm attempting to navigate my day, I realize my thinker/mind has taken off on vacation. Thus, I won't be doing anything today that requires thinking. Well, not only do I feel like I'm in a dream state, I seem to have lost all point of reference. As I'm sitting here allowing the flow of energy, free of any mental interference, I recall how sublime this state of being is because I have experienced blips of it before. I also realize this is a new adventure for my human self that will require some acclimation on my part. It feels much like a baby who is learning about gravity as she takes her first steps while learning to walk for the first time. What a perfect setup this is to experience allowing energy to be in service to me, free of the mind's interference. I don't know how long my mind will be gone because she seemed so anxious for that vacation that she took off and never gave us the chance to work out any of the details. For now, I see this as a whole new adventure, and I am prepared to chuckle every time my bum hits the ground, until I find my new footing. I don't think I am alone in navigating the unknown because the world as we've known it is crumbling around us. If I were to prophesize the year 2022 and beyond, it would be this. Embrace the unknown, uncertainty, transitions, transformations, and chaos. Ultimately, clarity will ensue by releasing the need to know what or how. Whereby, trusting the unknown will become the new knowing. For within the mystery of the unknown, you are gaining the soul's clarity of your own true self. I invite you to poise your pen over this vibrant new journal. It matters not if you are a writer or not, because the words have already been written in the chambers of your heart, as echoes of your original soul path before you incarnated into this lifetime. And I honor each of you for streaming your heart's passion into the consciousness for those who have yet to awaken to the truth of who they are. Welcome to 2022 and Beyond. By Sharon Lynn Shepard. Be the change you want to see in the world. Reading for 2022. My heart lifted on turning over this beautiful card for 2022, which contains so much helpful advice about how to approach this new year. Let's have a look at the element first. She is a princess of the earth, and so she highlights the planet, money, your body and its health, your job, food, home, and all the practical resources you make use of in your daily life. She tells you that at this time you stand on the threshold of major changes and new beginnings in these matters, and you are pregnant, as the swelling belly of the princess shows, with the potential of that. I say you because although I do believe this card speaks of global possibilities, she also points to the fact that we are all individually responsible for manifesting these changes in each of our domestic spheres, on our own little patch of earth. So this year, I'm delighted to say, we're in the early stages of evolving new approaches to all the things we've seen spotlighted as major issues for human survival right now: food production, financial management and distribution of wealth, personal security and health. the care of our planet, and right use of her resources. And how can you contribute to this most effectively? Allow Spirit to inspire. The figure is standing within a sacred grove of trees, and if you look carefully, you can see the rising slopes of a mountain behind her. She holds a staff in her hand with a powerful, bright crystal on the end which she embeds in the earth. This imagery tells you that you can be guided and led by the highest wisdom and light of Spirit to bring in this new potential. Listening to the intuitive voice is essential, but then you must be the channel through which this vision can be rooted into the physical plane. So whatever growth is making its presence felt, it's vital that you also take a practical step towards manifesting it. I'm not saying you have to create a fully functional fair financial system or method of social governance, although if you feel inspired to do so, then go ahead, because I'll back you all the way. Remember, this is the gestation phase, so now is the time to set the intention, nurture the dream, plan, get prepared, and encourage the possibility so that it survives to birth in the future. There is a promise of abundant new life to come, no matter how dead and unpromising things look right now, as shown by the bear, winter scene on the card. Stay grounded. Change in the thought of the new can always be disorientating and confusing, so spending time outside in nature, and with trees particularly, will help to keep your feet firmly on the ground. We are spirit, yes, but we are also physical beings too. And it is through our human vehicles that we make things happen on this earth. Being rooted deep in the earth means you can be focused and powerful in your intentions and actions rather than an ineffectual dreamer. Practice balance. You'll notice that our princess is resting her hand on a yin-yang symbol. She's reminding you that inner balance and harmony is how you stay strong and grounded. You need to use both the feminine receptive aspect of your being to remain open to the new, and the masculine aspect to be able to give that potential form and structure. Another thing that I keep being guided to in healing work is the need to understand and accept both the light and the dark within ourselves, which in turn will help to dissipate the collective shadow we see so active at this time. I'm reminded of Persephone, who spends half the year in the dark underworld before she returns to the surface for the other half, bringing the life-giving spring. Owning your own shadow is absolutely necessary so you don't demonize the other who holds a different opinion or worships a different god. You will learn and grow through being open to contradictory ideas and thoughts that challenge your own. Be careful, also, not to become obsessively focused on one thing to the exclusion of all else. Take time and space to enjoy and appreciate all the varied wonders of life present in each moment. This keeps you connected with your inner vitality and life force, which then feeds your creative flow. Stay in right relationship. Because of her inner balance, this princess is sensitive to the needs of others and is careful to include the well-being and flourishing of all life in her creations. Whether it's the earth, the animals and plants you share it with, or the people in your local and wider community, a we rather than an me approach to any new venture is going to be the most generative. So I see this card as incredibly encouraging for 2022. While this may not be the year we get visible results, it suggests that change for the better is already on the horizon, and we all have an important part to play in bringing that into being over the next 12 months. By Semele Zeri.